Hello everyone, Valiant Customs, I'm Steve. Well, I was going to take it easy today because I was working on my 64 Valiant gasser. I got that running smooth and everything. And then I was working on this. I took the front clip off of this today and I was like, well, I'll just take it easy, get some house stuff done around the house, get the yard picked up and everything. But I'm back in here. This video is going to be about swapping out the front suspension. This is a 1962 Chevy C10, and I believe 60 through 62 C10s were torsion bar front suspensions. Well, I don't want the torsion bars. I want coil springs, and because I want the capability of swapping out springs instead of having to loosen or tighten up torsion springs, because those kind of, I don't know, you can loosen them up, and I guess they're just fine and everything, but I think I just wanted the choice of either coil springs, and I can lower or raise them if I want. I wanted the option of airbags, because I'm thinking I'm going to airbag this. So I ended up getting a front suspension with disc brakes from a 68 Chevy C10, and it's got the front spindles and the brakes and stuff are from I believe it's CCP or CPP or something like that. It's CCP. So I know they're good and everything. It came, the suspension and everything also came with the master cylinder, the booster, came with a power steering pump and power steering box. I believe lines, maybe, I can't remember. Also came with a proportioning valve for the master cylinder and the booster. So by doing that, I get the flexibility that I want as far as airbags or coil springs, and the options of buying things for the 68, which, because 62 seems to be an off year. I mean, it's pretty hard to get certain parts for it. Most places start with 63 on up. So I'm going to get rid of the cross member and put in the 68 cross member. I got different motor mounts for it and everything. And what else? I believe that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and get pulling this motor out and get that off to the side so I can get to the suspension. I'll put jack stands. I'll put jack stands underneath the frame to keep it up probably about where it is right now, so that I can slide that out and then slide the new one in with the tires and everything on it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go ahead and put the airbags in the suspension first before I put it on here, or if I'm going to put the suspension on here and then do the airbags. I'm not too sure. We're just going to have to see how that goes. So, let's get started. Stick around. Let's get this done. So, I got the motor pulled. I figured you guys didn't want to see me pulling the motor. Wasn't a big deal. 2 bolts. I didn't even have the transmission bolted down or anything. So it was just 2 bolts and the shifter, or the shifter handle. And then I pulled that out. So I didn't want to bore you guys with that. But I'm going to bring you in here and show you guys what I'm going to be loosening and to get this out of here. And I will be putting jack stands under it before I start loosening things. All right, so let me get you up closer. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this the motor mounts out of it. There are 3 bolts in here that I got to get, well, 2, well, maybe it's just 2. Okay, 2 bolts that I got to get out of that. on both sides, and there. And then the brake line section, I'm going to get that loose, get that out of there. And then there are, gotta get all this junk clean out of here. And you can't really see, but in there's three bolts in there that I gotta get out of there. And then after that, I'll come around here, and right here on the torsion bar section, there's a bolt on each side. And then that way when I undo this whole section should come down, and it should all roll out in one piece. So I'm gonna put you guys on hyperdrive while I get that all loosened up and jack stands under it and everything, and then I'll come back. Well, I ran into a little bit of a problem. There's two other bolts for this section that I didn't see. They're down underneath the upper control arm in here. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna get that out of there, or those out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and figure that out, and then I'll bring you guys back. Well, as you can see, I'm going to try and liquid wrench those things out. I'm just going to burn them off, and I did take the dollies that I had under the tires out, so that way hopefully when I heat those up, it'll just hopefully fall on that side, and then I'll come over here and do the same on this side. I'll do the same on this side and get it all cut and everything. I'll probably go ahead and still take out the ones I can get. I'll take out, but the rest of them I'm just going to burn off too, because when I put the new one on, I'm going to want some new nuts and bolts and everything on it, some new hardware, and to clean it up and everything too. So I don't think it'll hurt burning these off. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the shop is full of smoke. It took a little longer than what I thought to get those, and since I got those, I just went ahead and I jumped over here and heated these up and got these out of here. It is loose. It's ready to come out. There's a few things I still have to do before I can take it out completely yet. I have to take the idler arm and either take it off or undo it from the steering on that. The power steering pump I have to take off so that it can just roll right out nice and smoothly. This power steering pump, I believe, is bad. Or not bad, it's good, but where I need to put a new gasket in it where the pitman arm goes, because it leaks pretty bad right there. I'll tell you what, this thing kind of kicked my butt tonight. It took a little bit to get it going and everything. I'm not so sure that I'm even going to worry about taking it out tonight. I might just come back tomorrow and do it. Just get my things cleaned up and everything, because shop's pretty dirty. Open the door, because the shop's pretty full of smoke. Probably just chill out and clean while things cool down, and make sure I don't start any fires or anything because I was heating those bolts up and cutting them off and everything. So yeah, I guess this is where I'm going to leave it for tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to pull this out, and I have to power wash the new one that I have. I put some degreaser on it today and just let it soak and everything. So I'll power wash that off, and then I'll slide it back under here, and hopefully everything will line up and bolt right back up, but with coil springs instead of torsion bars. So like I said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's a new day. I'm going to try to wheel this on out and get it out of the way. I'm starting kind of late, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the other one in here and stuff in time, but I did take the power steering pump off, and when the cross member, when all the bolts when it was free from the frame kind of sprung in just a little bit. So I don't think that'll be a problem, because once I get the other one in there, then the bolts on the side will spread the frame back out to where it belongs and everything. But for now, let's just go ahead and try wheeling this thing out of here and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys in hyperdrive or lapse time or whatever there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this in live time so that you guys can see how long it takes, and really, hopefully, how easy it is, because from what I can tell, all the bolts are the same, and it's going to line right up and bolt right in. And it's only 14 bolts, something like that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just record it. I'm not going to put it on hyperdrive or anything like that. Yeah. I don't have the steering linkage on it, so it's a little rougher that way, but I think it'll be all right. Oh, I'm stuck on this corner over here. I did already on the frame here and here where it mounts to, and on the cross member on here and on here, I've already sanded it down. Oh, well, hi there. My little shop rat decided to come out and hang out with us today. Good girl. She doesn't like loud noises though. She went and hid when I was grinding on the frame and on the cross member. Do kind of wish I would have had the steering linkages on it, but I didn't put them on. All right. Oop. May end up being harder than what I thought it was. I figured I'd be able to slide it under there, but stay there. Stay there. All right, all in all, it's going pretty good. I don't have enough on the jack for it to line up, though, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. Maybe. Oh, right there. Needs a couple more inches. See if I got a 4x4 around here. I have to just use a 2x4. Let me find a 4x4 and then I'll come back and turn you guys back on and see how it goes. So I found a couple pieces of wood that I could throw under the jack or on top of the jack to get that cross member up. So I bought some grade 5 nuts and bolts for it because I just didn't. I don't know. I don't really think that it needs grade 8, but I wanted something a little better than China stuff off the shelf or anything. think I can probably get this to somewhat line up here. Maybe. Kinda. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. Oops. That one lines up. Well, the inner one definitely lined up. Oops. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Oh, goodness. Come on. There. Not putting lock washers on right now. I just want to be able to put it up and bolt it on there. This is actually a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be so far. Of course, that'll probably kick me in the butt now that I said that. Oops, come here, you. And guys, it's not only is it lining up on all the holes, but even the shocks are lining up on it. One thing I'm going to have to do is this one's got a sway bar on it that the other one didn't. So I'll have to buy some things and drill the frame out to put a sway bar on, to bolt that sway bar down. But man, this is all right. This is a good way to go. Disc brakes. I mean, I got disc brakes with it. And of course, once I do have this on and everything, and I get the truck on the road, I will be taking it and getting an alignment on it and everything like that. So that'll be good and safe. Ouch! Oh! Ooh! Yep, that'll leave a mark. All right, so I've got 4 bolts, the 4 top bolts in here, holding it up here. The rest is just going to be putting in the rest of the bolts and tightening them down. Just got to say, guys, don't be if you're new at working on vehicles, or you haven't done anything like a swap like this, don't be afraid to try something. I mean, if you mess it up, there's always somewhere. I mean, you can Google or YouTube, and then you'll be able to fix it again. But at least try. Always try. Get the other 4 bolts in there. These seem to be a little bit long, so when I get them all bolted up and everything, I will probably go ahead and take the cutoff wheel and cut a little bit of the excess off. Probably should have left the jack under it until I had it all bolted up. Oops. Now it's up too high. Oh, just gotta find that sweet spot for it to get everything lined up and everything. Goodness. Come on. Try the other one. Oh. Okay. I was wrong. The holes do not line up. Some of them do. Ouch. Some of them do, but this one over here does not. Unless I need to go further in there. Huh. Okay, so I was wrong. They do not line up perfectly. The top ones do. This bottom one over here lines up pretty good. The bottom ones, the bottom ones look like they line up pretty good, except for this one here. This back one doesn't have, I mean, there's no hole going through, but all the rest of them line up pretty good. So, interesting. I guess I probably should have disassembled all of it and just put the cross member up first. That way I could mark the holes and drill them through and everything. Huh. But you're not making mistakes. I mean, that's how you learn, is making mistakes. Wow. So I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do here for this. And then once I do that, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go through it all together. On the board, I put it in there, wedged it in there so that it's got the same part. Once I did that, out of the 3 bolts inside the frame that goes down to the cross member, 2 of them lined up. The 3rd one, there's no hole for it. On both sides, they both lined up. And then for the upper control arm, 3 bolts lined up to those. But there's the 4th bolt, it actually has a nut welded on the back side. And that one is not lining up. But all the rest of them are lining up. So I got the one in here on the upper control arm with the nut welded on. 2, 4, 7, 10 of them are lining up. So I'm going to tighten down, see where I'm at, and I may end up going through the bottom part and drilling where the third hole is on here to the cross number, so that, then it's it'll pop through and everything that way. The one hole on each side has got the nut welded to it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that yet. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and just try drilling and hope that I get that spot where that nut is, or if I'm going to drill the existing hole and just put another hole in it. Oops. Put another bolt through a different hole on here instead of the one as well. So there's a washer, some nut on the bottom of the cross number here. On this side. So I got the bottom bolts and side bolts lined up, except for the ones I told you about. I don't have them tightened up yet. I just put the nuts and bolts on, or nuts, washers, and bolts in. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them down, and then I'll lower it down, see how it sits. Because this front suspension, I'm not positive, but it might have already had a 2-inch drop on it, or maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. My friend that I bought it from wasn't positive. He said he thought it might have a drop on it, but he wasn't really sure. Alright, so I'll get those lined up and then I'll come back to you. Just going to show you guys real quick here. So I got the 2 bolts there. There's 2 bolts in there on both sides, right there. And I put the fender on, and it looks like it fits pretty good in between the wheel well. I mean, it's pretty equal. It's not too far back, not too far forward. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. When I lower it down, that's going to be the test to see if I even have if it's a drop kit on it or not. which I really just want drop spindles, because the springs, I'm going to end up putting airbags on this, so the springs don't really matter that much to me. But that's the fender and everything on it, and it's pretty much in. I mean, it's 2 bolts there. I did check again, and in there, yeah. Oops, no, you guys can't see it. Anyway, so there's a bolt in there or a hole in there that I'm gonna make a little bit bigger, because it's difficult for the bolt to go in. But you got those 2 there. Got those 2 there. There should be one. Should be one like back in here, right there. And I'm probably gonna just drill through and put the 3rd bolt in there, because I like where it's sitting with the fender and everything. It looks really good centered and everything. Here's what I was talking about with the shocks. From the 68 front end to this one, the shocks are same location and everything as well. So guys, that's pretty much how you swap out the front suspension on it and do the crossover and everything. I thought about pancaking it, or taking an inch out of the cross spring or crossmember so that it would go up higher, but then I definitely would have to do something to drill out the holes to keep the line or to go through and stuff. So that's why I left it like that. I guess that's probably it. I'll probably put out another video with the motor in it and the fender on it and everything, so that you guys can see the stance with this front suspension on it. But that'll be in another video. I guess that's it. Please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, because that really helps me out with the channel going and everything. So that I can get more vehicles to customize or swap things out, cut out anything like that. I guess that's it. Thank you, and God bless.